What's up, everybody? Welcome into our training camp debrief, practice number 11 for the Patriots this summer. Very rainy day here at Gillette Stadium for a fully padded practice with officials in attendance. So the Patriots able to work on some things, find out when there's a hold, when there are offsides. You did see the yellow flags come out quite a bit, I thought, towards the end of the practice in the 11-on-11 period on the offense specifically. They had an ineligible player downfield on one screen, a couple of holds, a couple of false starts. So good for the guys on that side of the ball, who we have lauded really all summer for being on their P's and Q's. And when it comes to the details, breaking the huddle, making sure the substitutions are clean. Today, a little bit more of a sloppier performance, in my opinion. Also, let's talk about Joe Mazzulla being here, talking to Bill Belichick for quite some time, several minutes before the session started. So those are your guests, Mazzulla and the officials, guys that were missing from practice today. Matthew Slater and Jonathan Jones looked like they were doing some conditioning work, but they were not spotted in Friday's session, which was the in-stadium practice. They had the day off yesterday as well, so not present, or at least not in uniform. They were present. They were on the premises, but they were not in pads for today's practice. And then Trent Brown, I would say very limited participant. He at least was in his helmet. He was wearing his shoulder pads. He was wearing his football pants, but he was certainly nothing close to a full participant in what was, at times, a full contact practice here at Gillette. Very much a prep for Houston kind of practice. They're clearly into their game prep mode here on a Monday, getting ready for Thursday's game. This would put them, if you work your way back, this would put them on a normal Thursday kind of schedule. So you didn't see a lot of full-speed reps, Mac Jones and the first-team offense, against what you would consider to be the first-team Patriots defense. It was a lot of scout team work. First team for the defense going against some of the backups offensively and vice versa. So not a lot of full-speed 11-on-11 stuff, but still plenty for the offense to work on. And it looked like to me that the offensive line still had a little bit of a rough day. And this has been a theme of sorts for that group of late. I mentioned some of the penalties that they accrued over the course of the practice. There was one stretch during an 11-on-11 period where I had a sack for Devon Godshaw, beating Riley Reif, the tackle who's been playing at left tackle primarily, with Trent Brown not participating. Then soon thereafter, Connor McDermott picking up a holding penalty. They had a rough red zone period that included a sack from Dietrich Wise, false start, another sack, split between Wise and Matthew Judon, it looked like, and then Mac Jones throwing incomplete out of the back of the end zone to Devontae Parker. So tough day to throw the football with the conditions being what they were, but to me, the kind of day that the defense won for sure. There was an interception thrown deep down the field by Bailey Zappi to Marcus Jones. It looked like Lawrence Guy might have had a sack on that rep before that ball was released. But Marcus Jones going up and high-pointing the football. It's been a little bit of an up-and-down camp for the second-year corner out of Houston, but an up day for him today in the rain. And then I did want to mention Malik Cunningham, undrafted player out of Louisville, played quarterback at Louisville. He's actually still listed at quarterback on the Patriots roster, and we got to see a bunch of Malik Cunningham at quarterback on the practice fields today. Now, in my opinion, this was more of a scout team kind of look. These were really the first reps that we've seen from Cunningham all summer, at least extended reps at that position. And again, I think that's indicative of the fact they're getting ready for Houston. Maybe see some quarterback run game from the Texans on Thursday. So Cunningham giving the Patriots defense a little bit of a look in that regard. We saw him running some zone reads, some quarterback draw types of plays. He was running all over the field, and he looks dynamic at that position, as you'd expect. The guy was prolific at Louisville, running that offense and running all over the field as a collegian. I will say this, maybe the play of the day coming off of Malik Cunningham's fingertips. Now, it wasn't because it was a great throw. It was actually thrown well behind and a little bit high of fellow rookie Kayshon Boutte out of LSU. But Boutte went up, climbed the ladder, reached back with his right hand in the end zone, and hauled it in one-handed. The body control for Boutte is out of this world. That has been the thing that stands out about his game over the course of the last week and a half or so. We've seen him take some reps with Mac Jones. We've seen him take reps with Bailey Zappi as well. Whenever he's targeted, he seems to understand where his body is in space, getting his feet down inbounds, making some pretty impressive acrobatic types of catches because he is so well coordinated. The athleticism doesn't necessarily jump off the screen or jump off the page when you watch him in person, but he understands how to move. And that is, I think, been important to him, giving himself a little bit of separation from Patriots defenders and making plays when he has the opportunity. We'll have plenty more on today's practice on NBCSportsBoston.com on our Bella Early Edition tonight at 6 o'clock. You can follow me at Phil A. Perry. All of our training camp coverage will be there. We'll have stock watch, whose stock is up, whose is down. We'll have our MAC report, which we do every day as well. Again, not the best day in the world to throw the football, but plenty to note today. You'll find it all on NBCSportsBoston.com and on our shows tonight, our Bella Early Edition and Boston Sports Tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll see you there.